Listen, getting caught in a downpour with a flimsy umbrella that flips inside out, that's not just annoying, it's dangerous, especially when you're dealing with arthritis or reduced grip strength. I've spent weeks testing golf umbrellas specifically for seniors, and what I found will surprise you. Stick around because number 1 on this list has a feature that literally changed the game. All the product links are down in the description box below, along with current prices and any discounts I can find. I'll also drop timestamps so you can jump to whatever interests you most. Now, let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, we have the ZOMAKE Extra Large Golf Umbrella with a massive 62-inch canopy. Now, what immediately stands out here is the sheer coverage. This thing can protect 2 to 3 people comfortably, which is perfect if you're walking the course with friends or need to keep your golf bag dry too. The auto-open mechanism works with just one hand, and honestly, it's pretty satisfying. One click and boom, you've got full coverage in about a second. The handle has a decent grip, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done even when your hands are wet. What I really appreciate is the double canopy design. This isn't just marketing fluff, it genuinely prevents the umbrella from turning inside out when the wind picks up. The vented top lets wind pass through instead of catching it like a sail. Plus, you're getting UPF 50+ protection, so it works just as well on sunny days when you want to avoid overheating. Here's the thing though, and I want to be straight with you, the ZOMAKE is a bit heavier than some competitors. At around 1.6 pounds, it's not a deal breaker, but if you have significant arm strength issues, you might feel it after holding it for 18 holes. That said, the trade-off is durability. This umbrella feels solid, not cheap. The price point is incredibly competitive too, usually sitting around $25 to $30, which gives you professional-grade features without the premium price tag. You're also getting multiple size options if 62 inches feels too big or too small for your needs. Number 4 is the Procella Golf Umbrella, and this one's actually used by tour professionals, which tells you something about its quality right off the bat. The standout feature here is the wind resistance. Procella claims it can handle winds up to 46 miles per hour, and from what I've tested, that's not an exaggeration. The secret is in the construction. You've got fiberglass shaft and ribs that flex instead of breaking, plus that crucial double canopy that we talked about earlier. What seniors will really love is the rubber grip handle. It's ergonomically designed, which means it naturally fits the curve of your hand, reducing strain on your wrist and fingers. Even with wet or arthritic hands, this grip stays put. No slipping, no readjusting mid-walk. The auto-open mechanism is pinch-free too, which might not sound like a big deal until you've pinched a finger with one of those old-school manual umbrellas. Trust me, it matters. And you're getting that same UPF 50+ sun protection with a reflective silver lining that actually keeps you cooler on hot days. Now, here's the consideration. Onway sits at a higher price point, typically $35 to $45 depending on the size you choose. For some folks, that's totally worth it for the tour-grade quality and the 100% money-back guarantee. But if you're on a tighter budget, you might want to look at numbers 5 or 3 on this list instead. The umbrella comes in both 62 and 68-inch options, so you can pick based on how much coverage you actually need. The 68-inch is genuinely huge, almost comically so. But if you frequently golf in exposed areas with limited tree cover, that extra protection is worth every penny. At number 3, we've got the Repel Golf Umbrella. And this is where value meets performance in a really impressive way. The first thing you'll notice is the Teflon coating on the canopy. This isn't your standard water-resistant fabric. Teflon means water literally beads up and rolls right off. After a heavy rain, you can give this umbrella 2 or 3 shakes and it's basically dry. No more wrestling with a soggy umbrella trying to collapse it back into your car. Repel uses 9 reinforced fiberglass ribs instead of the standard 8, which adds extra stability without adding much weight. During testing, I intentionally let this umbrella flip inside out in strong winds, and it snapped right back into shape without any damage. That's the kind of resilience you need when weather turns nasty unexpectedly. The auto-open button is responsive and smooth, no sticking or jamming like I've experienced with cheaper models. And despite having a 60-inch canopy, which is plenty big for one person plus a golf bag, it collapses down relatively compact for storage. Here's what you should know though. The handle, while functional, is a bit thinner than what you'll find on the Procella or some other premium models. If you have larger hands or prefer a chunkier grip, this might feel slightly less substantial. It's still comfortable for most people, just something to be aware of. The real kicker with Repel is the lifetime replacement warranty. If anything goes wrong, manufacturing defect, accidental damage, whatever, they'll replace it. No questions asked. That kind of customer service is rare these days, and it gives you serious peace of mind, especially if you're investing in something you plan to use regularly. Number 2 is the G4 Free Extra Large Golf Umbrella, and this one surprised me with some thoughtful design choices you don't see everywhere. The canopy comes in both 62 and 68-inch sizes, and what's interesting is the shape. It's slightly deeper than competitors, which means better overhead coverage when rain is coming down at an angle. Small detail, but it makes a real difference when you're actually out there. The auto-open mechanism is what G4 Free calls gradual deployment, and I actually love this. Instead of the canopy shooting open all at once, which can be jarring and even a little dangerous for seniors with balance issues, it opens smoothly over about 2 seconds. You still get quick coverage, but it's more controlled. Here's the feature that really sets G4 Free apart though. The storage sleeve has a built-in shoulder sling. This is brilliant for seniors who might struggle carrying multiple items. You can sling the umbrella over your shoulder when it's not in use, keeping your hands free for your golf bag, keys, phone, whatever you need. The handle itself is EVA foam, which is soft and comfortable, but still maintains good grip even when wet. And you're getting UPF 50+ protection with a silver coating that genuinely reflects heat. I measured about a 10-degree difference standing under this versus a regular umbrella on a sunny day. The consideration here is durability over the long term. While the umbrella performs great initially, some user reviews mention that the mechanism can get a bit finicky after heavy use over several seasons. It's still backed by a 1-year warranty, which is decent, but it's not quite the lifetime coverage you get with Repel. And finally, our number 1 pick, the ZOMAKE Golf Umbrella. After extensive testing, this came out on top for seniors, and here's why. ZOMAKE nails the balance between lightweight construction and durability better than anyone else on this list. At just about 1.1 pounds for the 62-inch model, this is noticeably lighter than competitors, which makes a huge difference if you have arthritis or reduced arm strength. You can hold this for an entire round without your arm getting tired. But light doesn't mean flimsy. The 210T pongee fabric is water-resistant and quick-drying, while the fiberglass frame has just the right amount of flex to handle strong winds without breaking or inverting. The double canopy design channels wind through the top instead of catching it, and I've tested this in some pretty aggressive conditions without any issues. The ergonomic EVA handle is where ZOMAKE really shines, though. It's shaped to fit naturally in your hand with a slightly rubberized texture that maintains grip even when soaking wet. The auto-open button is positioned perfectly for easy thumb access, and it works smoothly every single time. You're also getting 3 size options, 54, 62, and 68 inches, which gives you flexibility based on your specific needs. The 62-inch is genuinely the sweet spot for most golfers, but if you're shorter or want something more compact, the 54-inch is legitimately useful. Now, the honest consideration. ZOMAKE doesn't have UV protection built into the canopy like some others on this list. If you frequently play in hot, sunny conditions and want that dual-purpose sun protection, you might prefer the Procella or G4 Free. But for pure rain protection, which is what most people prioritize with golf umbrellas, ZOMAKE is unbeatable. Customer reviews are overwhelmingly positive too, with over 80% rating it as high quality, specifically praising its wind resistance and the fact that it covers 2 people comfortably. For seniors on a budget who don't want to sacrifice quality, ZOMAKE is hands down the best choice. Thanks for watching. All product links are in the description below with current pricing. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest gear reviews. Drop a comment telling me which umbrella you're leaning toward. I read every single one. Stay dry out there, and I'll see you in the next video.